behavior of the system as we change the parameters that we want will become easier for us to understand. So for the phase plane analysis, what we'll be doing is basically we'll be taking a few systems, we'll be plotting their null clients and seeing where they intersect in order to understand the fixed points. And once you get the fixed points, we just basically take any kind of initial condition in that plane and see how it evolves over time. So I'll just give a quick introduction or a quick brief about what you do with the P-plane thing. So once you install the P-plane, you basically just go to the folder where you've installed it, and you'll have a .m function, MATLAB function there. So you go to the MATLAB window and you basically just press run, and it'll start a window that looks like this. So this is your P-plane window, and so these work for two equation systems. So you enter your first equation here and your second equation here, and if you have any parameters in that system, you can place those values here. And the boxes here control the minimum value of x and y for the plots. And through this, you can plot your null clients or arrows. So I'll tell you what arrows means, but first I'm taking up a system given by the equations x dot equal to ax and y dot equal to minus y. So as you can see, these two equations are uncoupled, and the null clients here are for the x null client is x is equal to 0, which is basically the y-axis, and the y null client is y is equal to 0, which is basically the x-axis. So you have a single fixed point here, and it occurs at the origin. So these are the two null clients, and they intersect at origin. And if we construct the Jacobian for this system, then this is the Jacobian that results. And as you can see, the eigenvalues for this system will be a and -1. So the stability of that fixed point depends on the value of a. So now let's see what happens when you change the value of a. So first I'm taking a negative value of a, and that means it's going to be a stable node. So this is the point. Now when I start, let's say at a point here, which is given by x is equal to -1 and y is equal to 0.6, then in that case, it basically just goes back to your dies down to 0. Thus showing that it's a stable point. And this is true for any point in the plane. Basically start with any initial condition, and the system will always die down to 0. This is the reason why we're calling it as a stable point. Now, if I press arrows, basically what you get is like a vector field on that plane, basically just indicating the behavior of the system at any point. So as you can see, all of these arrows are pointing towards the origin, thus just telling you again that it's basically just pulling everything towards the origin. Now when I change the system to, let's say, 0.5, then again the way the stability of this fixed point remains the same. But if you can remember the previous graph, it was more, this time a lot more quicker in the y-axis. That is, the vertical drop is a lot more quicker than the horizontal drop. So that's the difference that you can see in this. Now, if I change that value to 0, then one of my eigenvalues is 0, while the other eigenvalue is -1. This will result in a saddle node. This will result in a line of attractors. And that line of attractor is your x-axis, which is your y null client. So the reason why it's not plotting as soon as I press the point is because as it approaches the x-axis, it slows down very slowly, and it goes to the x-axis at infinity. That's why it's taking that long to iterate. So once you press stop, it's going to come here. So I'm going to take a positive value now, let's say 1. Now this will result in one of the eigenvalues being positive while the other eigenvalues being negative, thus resulting in a saddle node. So now, as you can see, the arrows in the vector field are pointing towards 0 in the vertical direction, but towards infinity, away from 0 in the horizontal direction. So it basically doesn't die down to 0, but there is a downward shift in the vertical axis anywhere in the plane.
So Sundari, can you
Yes,
also
sir.
take same coefficients in x and y direction? You will get a star point.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So A and B are same in magnitude and sign, of course. Yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is because the slope is is the same in both the directions, which is why the way it's shifting towards the towards 0 is same in both the directions. So we have a star node here. So moving on. So now I'm taking a different kind of a system, which is indicated by x dot equal to minus y plus ax into x square plus y square, and y dot equal to minus x plus ay into x square plus y square. So this system is a little complicated when you try to solve the system in normal xy. So, sorry, hello?
No. Continue. Sorry.
Okay, so I basically just converted to polar coordinates, and then if you find the null lines, then you can plot it a lot more easier. So now again, I'm changing the value of A in order to see how. So I'm sorry I missed out the Jacobian here. So the Jacobian will be 3A r square, 0, 0, and 0. So it will again depend on the value of A. So now when I take the, 1 second. So if you plot the null lines, this is what the null lines look like. And yeah, if I take the value of A to be -1, then null lines, there's not much of a change. You can see that those two are stable while this point is unstable.
Yeah, on the null lines, the two null lines intersect at 3 points, and with the points where the null lines intersect, that are called the fixed points.
Yeah, so now when you see the stability of the points have shifted now, and so this is the behavior of the system here. Moving
So
on.
can you show stability close to the fixed points? You
Yes,
start
sir.
a lot of initial points close to the fixed point. It's a saddle, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this one's a
So
saddle.
it should get attracted in some direction. Yeah, okay, so it is kind of trying to come close to it, but getting repelled in another direction.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is unstable totally.
Yeah, these two are unstable points.
Okay. The central one, it is initially attracted towards the central one, but moving away.
Yeah. So I think it's stable in this direction, but unstable here. So it's,
Yeah.
if you can see here, it's almost getting pulled in this direction, but it goes away like this, thus indicating that it's a saddle.
Right.
So this is the next example. So yeah, so this system actually shows saddle node and an unstable spiral. So if you calculate the Jacobian, this is the Jacobian that comes in, and if you can substitute the several different fixed points that you get here in order to understand the behavior of the system towards them. So moving to that. So this system does not have any parameters, and so it has three fixed points, one at 0, 0, one at 5, 0, and one at 2, 3. So you can see that the stable point, the fixed point here is a stable point, but it's a spiral. So the reason why it's a spiral is because the eigenvalues corresponding to them are complex. Sorry, this should be stable spiral. And the next one here is again a saddle point. So the way you can find the directions in which they are stable or unstable for a saddle point is you can find the eigenvectors that correspond to these eigenvalues. Now 0, 0 is a saddle node which with two eigenvalues 5 and 1. Now if you find the eigenvectors that correspond to the eigenvalue 5, then that will give you the direction over which it's unstable, that is over which it gets repelled away, and the eigenvectors that correspond to the eigenvalue -1 will denote the direction over which it's attractive. That is, if you start your initial point closer to that point, it gets attracted towards that direction.
Sundari, one more small request.
Yes,
if you
sir.
go close to the saddle node,
Yeah.
right, and take a lot of initial conditions, you will see a boundary. That is, on one side of the boundary, you will move upwards, other side of the boundary, you will move downwards.
Okay, yeah.
So just show, no, not
Like-
this one. No, this is also stable, saddle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So try a lot of points in that neighborhood. Here you will find that for some points it will move leftwards, some points it will move rightwards. Right? Just close to, yeah, like that. Correct.
Yeah.
So you see a boundary, right? Around the saddle node you can see a boundary. Some
Yeah.
will move to the right also. If you just step slightly to the right of that vertical line. Yeah. So like that. So you see that there is a vertical boundary. That boundary is called a separatrix, right? Which will be always passing through a saddle. It separates the neighboring space into two halves. Right? One side it will go to one side, and other side will go to the other side. You can see the same kind of separatrix even for that other saddle. So the one that point, there also you see a separatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
On the null line, like it over here, it's a little shifted though. Okay.
So the fixed points become some kind of organizing centers for the entire vector field. That's why if you understand the flow around the fixed points, you can extrapolate and kind of have an idea of the flow all over the plane, right? And that's why we focus first on the fixed points.
Okay. So moving to the next system. So these are the null lines here, and then fixed points here are 1, -1 and 1, 1.
What is the system here? What are the equations?
X naught equal to y square minus x equal to x minus 1.
So that is x plus 1 and x plus y times x minus y is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So that means x equal to y is one solution, x plus y equal to 0 is another solution.
Yes. Yeah.
These are two lines.
Yeah.
The two lines together form the x null line.
Yeah.
And for the other one, x equal to 1 forms the y null line.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
So intersect here. So this point is
very interesting.
Yeah. But any point that you get over here gets attracted to this point. Again, as you can see, like before, there's some kind of a
separatrix, yeah.
Yeah. So that separatrix is somewhere over here. So any point towards the right of it gets attracted towards the stable spiral, while the others get pulled out to infinity. So you can play around with like a bunch of these things. So some other things that you can do with this is you can change the solver that these uses. I just use the default setting that's already over here. And the solution direction also you can change. What happens at t+1, which will show you the forward direction, and t-1 in the backward direction, or you can have both. So these are certain things that you can just do with the pplane thing, pplane software. So can I move on to the next system?
Yeah. Can you do one limit cycle example?
Yes, sir. That's coming
So
up.
you have a hop oscillator or something?
Just 1 second, sir. Yeah, I don't have a hop oscillator one, but with this system,
Does it
or
have a
the,
limit cycle?
I think it's inbuilt though. What about
Yeah.
Protocol.
Fine, okay. Right. So does it show null lines?
No, I think this is a center. Sir.
No, that is mu. We can control it with mu, no? In
Yeah.
No. Mu should be positive, right?
yeah, positive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last
sure.
2, you can keep it 2.
Yeah,
Probably.
two.
No, keeping it 2 is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Try hop oscillator. I'll send you the equation, or I'll tell
Yes.
you. Just can you type?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
X dot is equal to minus y
Yeah.
plus x times 1 minus x square minus y square.
So square is only x, or
1 minus x square minus y square. Yeah, correct. So similarly, y dot is equal to plus x plus y times again 1 minus x square minus y square. That's it. No parameters. Yeah. So no matter where you start from, it always goes to that circle. So two null lines look very interesting, very twisted and meeting at the origin. There's only one stable, one fixed point. It will be an unstable focus or a unstable spiral. Can you zoom in a little bit close to the origin so you can? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. This is enough. Right, looks very beautiful. And similarly, outside, if you try some points. Yeah. Why is it not showing? Okay.
no, sir. It takes a little bit of time to iterate and get the project.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. It looks like a black hole sucking everything from everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sounds good.
One more example that was interesting, no? So
Yeah,
like
let's see.
2xy, that dipole, that
Dipole fixed point. Yeah.
dipole point,
Yeah, show that.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. Just 1 second.
Oh, so these are all straight lines. Null lines are all straight lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay.
So now something called as a dipole fixed point occurs here. So I'll show the behavior and then.
Yeah, maybe the null clients. Yeah.
However close you get, it kind of gets sucked in this way, wherever you started from. But if you start from this side of the axis, it gets sucked in a different direction.
Oh wow! I've never
Yeah.
seen this example. Very interesting.
Yeah. This.
Yeah.
But the ones that you start very close to the y-axis
Y-axis.
to infinity doesn't come back to the
Right.
origin.
Yeah. If anything starts on the y-axis, it will never come back to the origin.
Go inside the triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's also the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing, sir. So it depends on like how close you are to the y-axis.
What kind of a point is this origin?
So Sandeep found the system and we call it the dipole fixed point.
That.
But no.
Yeah.
In terms of, is it a spiral or?
Yes, sir.
No,
It's
no.
called a dipole fixed point.
Dipole fixed point.
Yes, no. In terms of eigenvalues, what's it characterized by? X. What is it? 2xy?
2xy and
0.
And y square minus x square, sir.
So 2x, 2y. Minus 2x. Yeah, looks pretty weird.
Yeah, because your characteristic equation, you won't be able to get it. Your lambdas will also be some 0 or something. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's a singular matrix.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do linear analysis.
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay.
So, but any point that you begin on your negative y-axis gets sucked into the 0. Anything you begin on the positive one or close, very close to the positive y-axis gets pulled to infinity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why you have this sort of a behavior.
Yeah, so it's outside the scope of the theory we discussed in the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's like finding the minimum of the function y equal to x power 4. Right? Your traditional theory cannot explain. What is called? What do you call this again? Sundari?
Dipole fixed point, sir.
Dipole fixed point. Okay. Maybe if you have a reference, just share that. It's very interesting.
Sure. There is many varieties like 2x by n. If that n is varying, then we have multiple variants of this kind of system.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, linear analysis won't work. This will be, every case will be different. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the beauty of nonlinear systems. I mean, the dynamics is so rich, even for a simple system. Okay.